We really wanted to feature you. 2K22 cover.
When I heard they wanted me for a 2K22 cover, I was...
Up next. Hello and thanks for joining us. Noche, DA.
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, DA. Thank you so much. And now we've got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Lonzo Ball.
And you can see how much he's improved as a distributor over the past few years. He takes a lot of pride in his passing. Keeping his teammates involved and being a creator out there is really important.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Robinson is out there with Anthony. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Beal in at the shooting guard. And for the Lakers, they've got Anthony Davis. Portis is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Ball in at the point. That's good from VanVleet on the assist by Anthony. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
And that one's good by Davis.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
VanVleet attacking. And he finishes nicely on the layup. VanVleet's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Portis. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
It was so hard to knock Lonzo Ball off his center of gravity. That time a good job of keeping his composure around the challenge.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away has been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand.
Now here's Anthony. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. 6 to shoot, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Anthony, and there's another one for the Thunder.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Outside Portis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Portis has got 5 now.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Bullock. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. The shot by Beal, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And here now the Thunder, after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Back to Robinson. Shoots over DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Lakers leading by 6. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And it's Davis with the jam.
Always fun to watch Anthony Davis rise up for dunks like that. Awesome anticipation from him.
Beal against DiVincenzo. Now here's Beal. He's covered closely. Just 5 on the clock. And they get it. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers on top, up 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Earlier on,
I think the underdog story, started with.
Greg playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Lonzo Ball. Anthony Davis is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2-guard spot. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Bullock. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Beal gets a wide open look. A second chance effort and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Covington dishes the ball. Back to Covington, launches it, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Here's Anthony, and blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. On the wing, DiVincenzo. That's in there. Davis with the assist. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
What a passer this guy is. I love how fast Ball is at noticing when the defense has just overcommitted.
Outside, Beal. Back to Robinson. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
Every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. He didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Now here's Beal after the miss from Bobby Portis.
Love that D from Davis, rises up and swats that shot away.
Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Ball. Outside, Davis. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Left side, Ball. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Van Vliet brings the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Oklahoma City. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Oklahoma City. 15-point game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Anthony. And Robinson throws it down.
Well, sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And so it's one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Looking at the Lakers. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left, except...
And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Anthony out there with Robinson. And there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Bullock in at the 3. Here's Ball. Following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. And it's Covington atop the key. Portis kicks to DiVincenzo. Trying to get open is Davis. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Thunder trailing by 13. Inside. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Phenomenal awareness by AD there, leaking out in transition, one of his best assets, and comes away with the basket.
Here's Van Vliet. And he gets it back. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Davis, the pass to Ball. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
The dish to Robinson. Passes it to Beal. Oklahoma City moving it around. Good on the shot. Van Vliet's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
And it's Davis at the elbow. Shoots from 14, and there's another one for the Lakers.
This is what you get with AD, just an incredibly unique skill set, and just dominating right now pretty easily on the offensive end.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
You take a look at DiVincenzo. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
The voting is just about over, so we'll keep updating you on how it's going. Some very deserving names at the top of this year's list.
Yeah, no problems with the voting thus far. I think the fans and media have done their homework and picked the best shooters in the league.
Here's Ball after Oklahoma City gets the three. And they double up Davis. And a wide open look for Portis. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And it's 8 points for Bobby Portis. Under trailing by 19. The pass to Carmelo. Back to Van Vliet. And Davis sends it back.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And here now the Thunder, following the three by the Lakers. Anthony left side. Misses the chippy right there.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Free throw drops for DiVincenzo. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. DiVincenzo against Beal. They double team Beal to the inside. Here's Robinson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he's a physical big down low, and I think he expects this kind of traffic around him as Mitchell Robinson comes through.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. Davis banked in off the glass. Davis has got 10 points in the quarter.
6'10", quick off the floor, and Davis on the interior now doing damage.
There's Beal with the three. Off target. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Los Angeles on top. They finish off the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Jared Dudley. He's out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Caruso in at the 2. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Timeout called the Lakers. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt, and they got fined. But is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
It's good.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Now Davis. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And so he hits both.
Well, AD, such a soft-spoken guy. He does a lot of work in the offseason to improve every facet of his game, and then steps in with tremendous confidence every season to show off all the hard work that he's put in.
Lakers leading by 23, and Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical, gets blocks but doesn't get pulled out of position, does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Now here's Beal. He feeds it to Robinson. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Davis.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. And that sends Anthony Davis to the free throw line. That one's on Anthony. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Stolen by Dudley. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Miller with the block. And they get it back. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Knight looking it over. Here's Bradley. Out tonight. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.